Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video we would like to practice what we learned in using solid edge, and this will be a good practice for you, or a good exercise once you are done with the labs, that the 15 labs. And if you look at this video, actually you'll see that most of the dimension or the features, I can start with the front view, where I can start with the feature here and just do the extrusion, and at the same time also I need to draw these 4 legs, and also I need to create this internal thread. The dimensions are in millimeter, so we will go to unsymmetric. So we're going to go to solid edge, and we'll open solid edge and unsymmetric, and we'll go to the front view. I'm going to click on the front view. Let me make first the circle by center, highlight on the front view. I'm going to click on the front view. So now I'm locked to the front view, and go to the front view. Then the first circle will be the 100. Enter. I'm going to put it here in the center here. And the next one is 80. I'm going to reduce this one and get another circle. How much? 50 and 70. So I'm going to put 70. Enter. And this should be on the same center line. So when you see the dash, the red dashed line, you click and then put the other one, which is the 50. In the same center. Okay. Now the distance between the two circles, the center of the two circles is equal to how much? 210. So I'm going to click on this circle, click on the other circle, and they should be 110. Enter. So everything moved together. So now we are good. Okay. The reason that we locked to this F3, I'm going to show you that to help us to expedite the trimming things. So if I go back here to this one here, let me zoom it better. Okay, so if I draw a horizontal line from the center here on the same horizontal line to the other side, right click and go to the other side here. Yes, when I see the dashed line, I'm going to click and go to the other side, horizontal and dashed line. Okay, click. Okay. Now, because I locked to plane F3, which is this plane, when you try to do the trimming, you see the trimming here, it becomes very quick. So you move it like this, it will get rid of everything. So this way, you go this way, you get rid of this one, you get rid of this one. Okay. Now the next step is what? To draw the line, which is from the tip here, from the corner here, to be tangent to this one here. Tangent and touch. Yeah, here it is, tangent and touch. Okay, good. And let's do the other one from the tip. And go here to when you see tangent and touch. Good. So now it is tangent and touch. So we're done with this one. Now let's move back. I don't need now the locking here, so now I'm fine. Now let's go to move to the home. And I'm going to do the first extrusion. So extrusion. Face, that's fine. I'm going to make it symmetry. So I'm going to go to this face. Right click. It is symmetry. So I needed this one to be 10. So I'm going to put 10. Enter. Very good. Okay. Now, the next step is I need to do the legs. And if you look carefully here for the legs here, the 4 legs here, because they are attached to a curvature and so on, most of the time when you do like a mirror, it gives you an error. So I'm going to show you another trick to do it, so without going through the curvature and so on. So I draw first the legs And then I'm gonna copy the legs, and then after that I'm gonna do the extrusion here. So I'm gonna show it to you. So let's create another plane. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the front plane. Okay, here is the front plane. I highlighted. I'm gonna build another plane. Click on the plane, highlight on this plane here, and I'm gonna create a plane in front of it, 40 millimeter in front of it. Okay, now I'm 40 millimeter. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click on the line and go to this new plane. I'm click on F3. So this means I'm locked to this plane. Now if I go to the front view and start the drawing, it will be locked to this plane. So what I'm gonna do is just, I'm gonna come to this point here, draw a horizontal line, which is 35. Okay, and then go up 10, vertical 10, and then go horizontal to the curvature, to the circle, to the half a circle. Yeah, okay. And then I'm gonna connect it to the tip here. Okay. So this way, if you look here in the you see that it is far away, it's not connected at all, it's just this one here. So what I'm gonna do in the first is I'm gonna do extrusion in one direction to the inside. Okay, so this face here, right click, not symmetry, so I'm gonna change the symmetry. It's gonna be this way, this direction, and I needed 20. I'm gonna put 20. And now I'm gonna zoom to this area. Okay, and start doing the drawing and the modification. First round, when I click at the edge here, I needed 10, it is 10, and the other one here, 10 is this 10. Okay, now the next step is I need to draw a circle by center, and I'm gonna lock it to this surface here. So I'm gonna click on this one, means I'm locked to this surface, and then I need this circle. The first one is 12, and the second one is 8, so 12. I'm gonna go highlight the curve here so I can get the center. When I see the center, I'm gonna click. Then move to the 8. It is in the center, so I'm gonna click again. Now let's do the extrusion, or the take it out. So I'm gonna go to this one, minus, cut, highlight. It's either a chain or single, doesn't matter. So I'm gonna highlight this one, right click. I'm gonna go all the way, click, go to the other one, right click, go down, go down. I'm gonna go down 3 millimeter. So I created this step here, and I succeeded in that. Now let's zoom back to fit. Okay, now I don't need this plane anymore actually, so I'm gonna just, I can hide it. Let me hide it. Okay, so I'm gonna hide this plane. I don't need it anymore. Okay, now let's show up the right plane. So now I highlighted the light plane. Okay, bring back the highlighted plane now. So what I'm gonna do is just, I'm gonna copy this one and say I'm gonna make a mirror. Click on the mirror. Yes, say okay, just say okay, and say okay, I'm a mirror. I'm gonna highlight this one, and around this one here, it will make me one the other side, and then highlight both of them. So I'm gonna highlight both of them, or escape first. Okay, now I'm gonna highlight both of these. Okay, and I'm gonna make a mirror. Say okay. Around what? Around this plane, the front plane. So now I created all the four legs and then escape. So it means that okay. So now I created all the four legs. Now I'm gonna do the extrusion of the first one, of the one in the middle, in the center. So I'm gonna highlight this one. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna go to home because that's fine. Extrusion. This curve here, surface here, right click. I want to make it symmetry. Okay, symmetry. And this should be 80. Very well. Okay, we're done with that. Now I need to create this one. So what I'm going to do is just I'm going to use sketches. This is another way. Which sketch? Yes, we need this one. Okay. Or another way, instead use sketch it. I can project the curve here to the plane, to this plane here. So what you can do, let me do the projection. Okay, I'm going to say projection. Okay, projection of what? Okay, I'm going to lock to this plane. Yeah, the plane here, this one, the front plane. No, not this one. Yeah, this front plane. And say okay. And okay, very good. So I projected the curve. So this way I can do extrusion for the surface here. So go back to the extrusion. Face, this is the face. Right click, and I needed 40. So I was able to do the thing. Now, yeah, okay, so now we're done with the shape. Actually, we're done with everything. The only thing left right now is to do the curve, the whip here in this, to the right or to the left, in the front view, in the right view, and the 4 holes. So let's start first with the ribs. So I'm going to connect here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a line. And what I'm going to do is just I'm going to go up a little bit from the curvature. Why I'm going to do that? I'm going to explain it to you in a few seconds. And then I'm going to go down a little bit. Okay. So what I did actually is I went up a little bit and I went down a little bit here. Do the same thing. Instead from the tip here, because why I'm doing that? Because of the curvature. It's going to be empty when you extrude it to the in the right side. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just I'm going to go up a little bit, click here, go down till I reach this one point, then go to the edge here and go a little bit here. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say, okay, I need to draw the web, so the rib. So now what I'm going to go back to the home. Okay, we can go to the, okay, so now where is, I'll leave under thin wall. Okay, yeah, thin wall, rib. I'm going to click on this rib. Yes. I needed 10, it is 10, and I'm going to say, okay, and it is in this direction, that's good. No. Okay, say okay. Let's do the other one. I'm going to go to the rib again. I need this one. Say okay. And I needed 10. Yeah, say okay. Okay, so now I got the 2 ribs and I got this. And then the next step is to make this internal threads. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom to this location here. Okay, now let's move it a little bit to the side. Okay, now how you create the holes here, the internal threads. So when you go to hole, you see this hole here? Choose hole, okay. And in the hole itself, go put all the feature you want. So I'm going to click on this one, on this point here. So now it gave a new menu. And in this menu here, we're going to say this is the metric and symmetric. And this is the shape I would like to have. standard threads, and it's M5. I'm gonna take M5, 5 millimeter. Okay, 5.5, that's fine. Okay, the extent of this one here is, I'm gonna say my 7.5, so I put 7.5. 7. Let me see, I have a bottom angle too, so I have a bottom angle. So the distance, okay, so now I'm gonna put 7 depth hole. Okay, 7 millimeter. Okay, and I need to change this one. Okay, the extent, finite extent, they give me an error for that, because the finite extent should be how much? The finite extent is gonna be 6. Yeah, 6. I can make it 6. Okay, so now we created, you see this one here, this is the hole which had the thread and everything. So I'm gonna go back here, see. Okay, I'm here. Okay, so I'm gonna just put it at any location here. Once we did the thread, the first thread, we need to duplicate the other 3 here. So what we're gonna do is just, we're gonna highlight the thread, the hole. So what I'm gonna do is just, I'm gonna highlight the hole. So this is the hole. I'm gonna highlight this one and say what? Make a pattern, mirror, 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 highlight it, and around the front view. So I create the second one here. Okay, now let's highlight both of them. Okay, control, get hole 1 and hole 2. So now I highlighted both of them, and then go to mirror, and then around what? The front plane. Where is the front plane? This is the front plane. Yeah, click on the front plane, and then I created the other 2 here. Okay, so saved. Okay, so now I was able to create all the 4 internal threads, and this will conclude our session for today. I would like to thank you for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And at the same time, I would like to hear your feedback and to give me any comment or any suggestions you feel like necessary. I can learn also from you. Have a wonderful day, and please, if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and give it a thumb up. Have a wonderful day, and see you soon on another video. Bye bye.